James here at Muzzy Broadheads. I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about the Muzzy HB-X, which is the crossbow version of our HB broadhead. This is an awesome little head. It gives you the best of both worlds. The HB basically stands for hybrid, and it gives you the confidence of shooting a fixed blade head because it has a 1-inch fixed cut here, as well as the bigger cutting diameter and the entry wounds of an expandable broadhead. This would be a 1 5/8, so a total of 2 5/8 cutting surface. Going through the animal, it's going to leave a nice big hole. It's got the Muzzy chisel tip on the front of it, designed to bust bone. It's a hardened steel ferrule, and then we've got 35 thousandths expandable blades and 35 thousandths fixed blades here. So you're going to get a really nice solid head, super dependable. The retention system is a friction collar, so no matter what, this cannot pre-deploy. Just the inertia of taking off from a bow or a crossbow is going to lay this back. Even if you shoot one out, it'll always lay that one back, and it can never put more pressure on these little shoulders than it's putting on the larger surface area here because of the weight. So there's no way that this can pre-deploy. There's no O-rings or anything else to worry about. So it's a very simple design, very dependable, and it just flies very, very well, especially out of a crossbow. I encourage you to check these out. If you want to try them, I would definitely recommend this if you're looking for a dependable broadhead that you can shoot on a crossbow or a vertical bow. It's available in 100 and a 125, and it does have our ferrule alignment technology on it as well.
The DK4 by NAP represents the next level of broadheads, providing you with fixed and mechanical blade technology in one devastating head. Available in both crossbow and compound models, the DK4 features a pivoting main blade which eliminates deflection off bone and maintains momentum, while delivering true field point accuracy, as well as 2 deploying bleeder blades for an 1.25" secondary cutting diameter, equating to devastating wound channels. And with an internal blade retention system, there are no O-rings, collars, or rubber bands, just the confidence knowing that the blades will open on impact no matter your target. Featuring a bone-crushing trophy tip and diamized blade sharpening process for true ultra-sharp blades. The DK4 Broadhead from NAP. Hunt with confidence.
Hey guys, Chris James here at Muzzy Broadheads. I want to talk a little bit today about the Trocar broadhead that we've got out. The Trocar is a great flying fixed blade broadhead. As you can see here, it's a 3-blade. It has a canted offset blade system. They're 35 thousandths thick, so they're super thick blades. It's an all steel hardened ferrule, razor sharp blades, and then it's got a 3-point retention system. So essentially what you have here is the blade actually slides in, so there's a lip underneath, you have a screw going through the blade, as well as the pressure from this collar where it's screwed on the arrow. So you can unscrew this, the blades will not come out, so it's not dependent upon it just being in there, but it will tightens them up. It has a nice little nylon washer here, so it takes up any slack and makes it spin perfectly true. This blade design is set up so that it actually helps spin the arrow from the front. So a lot of people have very limited offset on their vanes to help spin the arrow, just like rifling in the barrel of a gun. And this broadhead is designed to help spin it from the front so that it stabilizes faster and shoot more accurately at longer distances. So the Trocar broadhead, again, nice short profile, very thick blades, unique blade design to help spin the arrow, as well as having the Trocar tip that Muzzy's known for to help break the bone. These are available in a 100 grain vertical bow model, 100 grain crossbow model, as well as a 125 grain crossbow model. One thing that's unique on the crossbow, like you can see here, it actually has a what we call a ferrule alignment technology, so that you can have the broadhead aligned to a bolt. So you can see it on this one, it's on a normal arrow, so there's a little bit of a gap there. On a crossbow bolt, it would line up perfectly. So that's some of the things that we do on our crossbow products as well. Thank you very much, and check out the Trocar broadheads.
So I'm assuming that most of you guys by now would have seen the new Hurricane, which we've just released. Just want to take a bit of time and sort of explain the broadhead and the features of it, and why it's essentially going to be a superior broadhead. What we've done is we've converted a standard 3-blade broadhead, put a single bevel on it. We've put an offset helical blade on there. So the blades on the broadhead are physically aligned similar to what your fletchings are, starting at the left and going to right. And if you look down the broadhead, what this encourages it or makes it prone to do is it will actually twist and corkscrew through the animal. So hitting fighting pad, bone, anything like that, it's not going to close up on itself. It's actually going to corkscrew and really open that wound up. You're going to have quicker kills, and the wound channel is obviously going to be open, so your blood trails are going to be easier to follow. Instead of your blade fighting your fletching orientation going through the air, this will actually spin with your fletchers. So your broadhead's going to be more aerodynamic in the air, so easier to tune, better accuracy, but it's also going to really open up them wound channels, and we're going to see far quicker and far more ethical kills.
One of the most frequent questions we get at TenPoint is what's the best broadhead to use for my crossbow, my TenPoint crossbow. A few years ago we came out with our EVO-X CenterPunch mechanical broadhead, and for 2021 we now have our Montec fixed blade broadhead powered by G5. Designed for maximum strength, this is the most accurate fixed blade broadhead on the market today. Built exclusively for TenPoint by G5, the one-piece 100 grain broadhead features a 3-blade cut-on contact design with a devastating 1 1/8 inch cut. Designed for maximum strength, it is built with a rugged 100% steel ferrule, ultra-strong precision point, and scalpel-sharp steel blades that create massive wound channels and huge blood trails. The steel broadhead is 100% spin tested to ensure perfect broadhead to shaft alignment and field point accuracy. The Montec broadhead is sold as a 3-pack for $39.99. Check it out at TenPointCrossbows.com.
Hi, this is Brian.
Hey, this is Brian.
With G5 Outdoors, giving your monthly product highlights for this month. And we're actually focused on our G5 Montec broadhead. Previous months we talked about pro staff and a few other odd and end things, but we want to focus on gear to get you ready for this hunting season. And we want to talk about the broadhead that made G5 what it is today, and that's our G5 Montec.
Right, just here in a couple weeks, California starts with blacktail season, moves west to east. So, within the next couple months, everybody across the country is going to be flinging arrows at something. What our main goal today is, just like Brian was saying, was talk about the Montec. It's a one-piece stainless steel head. And how we get that is it's called MIM process. It's a molded injected metal. It's a powdered metal system. Basically, it ends up as one solid piece. We machine the threads, we machine the blade angles, and it comes out to be one solid piece. There's a lot of other systems out there that are welded or press fit or any of that kind of stuff that puts together, or even aluminum, And this, starts at one piece and ends at one piece and makes it a really solid head. So
yeah, exactly. And all that technology, maybe not a lot of guys know what that all means, but what it comes down to when you're out in the field, we're talking penetration, we're talking straightness, we're talking shootability with this broadhead.
Right, great flight. One thing that sticks out is guys that tend to shoot aluminum broadheads notice that their broadheads fly a little bit different than their field points. Well, this broadhead's all stainless steel or carbon steel in our carbon steel model. It's small, it's compact, so what that does is it doesn't change the front or center of your arrow. So when you shoot a Montec or Striker or any of our broadheads that are all stainless steel or steel in general, they're going to tend to fly a lot more like your field point than your old-fashioned aluminum broadhead.
Yeah, so it makes it super easy when you're transitioning from your field tips to broadheads. And we also do make a preseason version as well of the Montec, so you're not wasting your good sharpened blades that you're going to use out in the field.
Speaking of sharpening, the nice thing about this is this blade angle is 60 degrees, and what I mean in 60 degrees is there's 3 blades, they're all perfectly flat, and what you can do is you can actually sharpen it on any kind of flat stone. Guys, you can use your Arkansas stones or any kind of wood stones. Our stone's fairly simple. It's 600 grit on one side, 1200 grit on the other. It's all diamond impregnated, and basically give it a couple of side strokes on each side. We like to color the edges with black magic markers so you can count the strokes that it takes off. Finish it on the 1200 side, it leaves a very crisp edge. We also make a sportsman sharpener that you can run through for really quick if you got any really deep nicks or things like that, so you can clean it up really well. But you got to use our blade angles on that because it is a little bit wider than your standard setup.
Yeah, to get the right angle and to get the right sharpness for you. But then just to sort of sum up from our Montec line, Ryan mentioned we have our Montec CS, which is a carbon steel version. It's a different steel. It's a carbon steel, to where it's going to be harder. It's going to hold a better edge for you.
Yeah, kind of like your really good camp knives, your really good hunting knives. They're carbon carbon
Exactly.
steel. It takes a little bit of maintenance because it is carbon steel. It does have iron in it, so you will have to worry about rust. But you can clean that up very easy with a little bit of rem oil or any kind of oil. Or I use chapstick, so that way I don't have any really big scent while I'm out in the woods. And it's that much harder, so it's going to hold the edge a little better. And speaking of that, we're actually going to take you out back real quick, and we're going to run through just a quick process and how well they are straight. The quick process of how to tell if the broadhead is sharp, and kind of show you the machines that these broadheads are actually sharpened
We
in.
pretty much want to give you a little insight of what we do in the back here at G5.
You got it. Let's go check it out, guys.
Yep.
Every Montec broadhead is checked with our easy and efficient rubber band test for sharpness. Also, every Montec is spin tested to ensure a perfect spinning broadhead every single time.
Didn't Jason warn you guys about
Playing with broadheads.
playing with broadheads?
Yeah, he threw one at me last time.
It was awesome. Well, he threw it at me first, and I threw it back more aggressively.
We have broadhead fights. Okay. Hi, this is Brian. I just resort to that. Hi, this is Brian.
And this is Brian.
Would you? My mascara's running.
Oh, that's definitely going on.
There is no
Makeup.
there is no mascara here, people.
Makeup. We gotta educate you guys in a fun, fantastic way. Earth, wind,
Fire.
water, with our powers combined.
We could destroy the world. Earth.
No.
Oh no.
Save the Earth.
Oh, hi.
He's
this is-
single. Call. And now.
Right now.
Okay.
There'll be a buck show up tonight. Get together. We freaking did. That's it. We freaking just shot a toad. Came together.
Hi, I'm Chris from NAP. We're here to discuss the revolutionary new Killzone Broadhead. The two-bladed 100 grain Killzone comes in 3 different models. The standard version with our proven trophy tip, a cut-on-contact version with ultra-sharp mini blade, as well as a Deep 6 version specifically designed for Easton's Deep 6 line of arrow shafts. Along with its ultra-strong construction, the Killzone features NAP's legendary blade sharpness. Sharp blades are critical to putting that game animal down as fast as possible. Sharp blades equal maximum knockdown power. The Killzone is specifically designed to always open when it hits an animal, and never open in flight. It will easily stay closed when placing your arrow into a quiver. Killzones won't even open when being shaken violently. Stalking through dense brush is no problem. The Killzone uses a precisely engineered spring clip to hold both blades closed during flight, even out of the fastest bows available. To test blade opening, install the head onto your arrow shaft and push the Killzone into a target. Even pushing slowly, the blades will fully open. Never try to open the blades with your fingers, as you may be accidentally cut as the blades pop open. The blades may feel hard with fingers, it's okay. They are specifically designed this way to stay closed in flight and will always open when they hit an animal. Sometimes it can be difficult to see that a Killzone has indeed opened in a target, especially black foam targets. Let's demonstrate. Here we are shooting at 20 yards with a Deep 6 Killzone and a hunting setup, 70-pound bow shooting 300 feet per second. Notice that, at first glance, the broadhead appears to not have opened. Upon close inspection, you can see the 2 distinct slits made by the sharp blades as the head opened on impact. Now let's repeat the test using a Genesis youth bow that pulls around 13 pounds. The Killzone still opens when it hits the target. Finally, let's try this with a draw length check bow that pulls around 4 pounds. Even with very little kinetic energy, the Killzone opens easily when it impacts the target. Here is a Killzone passing through the backside of a target. Notice the large 2-inch exit hole. Looking at a Killzone that has been shot, you'll notice a small dent where the blade impacted the ferrule on full open. Even a Killzone that has been shot from a lower poundage bow will show these marks to prove that it is opened properly. When setting up your arrows, it's important to cut your arrow a little long to prevent the closed broadhead from hitting your arrow rest. The Killzone Broadhead is designed for maximum knockdown power on large game animals. Here are a few photos showing the power of the Killzone. Notice the extremely large entrance and exit wound holes on these game animals. The new Killzone Broadhead by NAP. It's sharp, strong, and absolutely won't let you down. Check them out at newarchery.com. I'm Chris from NAP. Good luck and happy hunting.
Mike here with Rage Broadheads. What I have here is the Trypan Crossbow, brand new for 2018. So as you can see, a 2-inch cut on the Trypan Crossbow, titanium one-piece ferrule, which is from the Hypodermic family. The other thing you can see is that it has a red shock collar, which is the higher diameter shock collar specific for crossbows. So make sure you're using that. And it is a keyed shock collar, so it only goes on there one way. But again, brand new for 2018, the 2-inch cut Trypan Crossbow.
Guys, when it comes to bow hunting, your broadhead choice is critical. There are certain features that I look for in a broadhead that I really like in this new SEVR 2.0. First of all, my favorite feature is the practice lock, and as you just saw, you can actually use your very same broadhead that you're going to hunt with to practice with. Practice lock has a little set screw that locks the blades firmly in place, does not dull them in any way because none of the blade edge is actually exposed when you shoot. If you want to know that my broadhead's going to hit where my practice point hits, you don't have to worry about that anymore. Great feature on the SEVR 2.0. Now, the 2.0 was updated this year. It was a 2.1 last year, and the SEVR engineers realized, you know what, we could shave 0.1 inch blade width and get 15% more penetration. So this was already a great penetrating broadhead. Now it's 15% better than it was even last year. Another feature I look for in a broadhead is I want a big cut, and here's the reason. A broadhead kills a deer with hemorrhaging. The only way to do that is with a really nice big cut. You can punch a tiny hole in a deer and it's going to run forever. This baby is going to open up a nice big hole that doesn't get clogged up as the deer runs away and going to give you a good blood trail. It actually cuts bigger than 2.0 because of a feature called stretch cut. As the broadhead hits, you can see it kind of pushes in. Well, a deer's hide kind of folds around that initial impact point, so it cuts more surface area than actually 2.0 inches. So again, you're going to get a super big hole, easy blood trails, and you're going to find a lot more of your deer with a SEVR 2.0. Another thing I like about the 2.0 is the lock and pivot technology from the SEVR. Now, I'm going to open one up here for you. This one I do not have the set screw in, so I'm able to open this one up. And this is a rear deploying broadhead, by the way, so you don't get deflection. All right, so lock and pivot, when those blades come open, I can put pressure on there. They do not fold back in. Another great thing about this broadhead is when it strikes a bone, the blades can actually pivot around that obstacle so you don't lose your penetration. It's even if you strike a bone almost dead center, it's going to deflect a little bit to the side, and those blades are going to pivot, and then when it clears the obstacle, the blades are going to center themselves again and keep giving you that great big cut. So that's a huge advantage. The SEVR 2.0 has a titanium ferrule, which I really like for its strength and its lightness. Another great thing about the SEVR 2.0 is it's a super crossbow broadhead. If you've had worries about using an expandable out of a crossbow in the past, it's probably because a crossbow can cause an expandable to open prematurely because there's so much energy at that initial trigger pull. The way this is designed with the pivot point almost near the very end of the broadhead, it actually encourages the blades, the inertia encourages the blades to stay in. So there's no worry, this thing's not going to open until it actually impacts the deer. So it's a super crossbow broadhead. SEVR broadheads are only available at SEVRBroadheads.com. That's SEVR Broadheads.com. The 2.0 is available in 100 or 125 grains, and you can order any quantity you want, 1, 3, 5, 7, whatever makes you happy. You can get that at SEVRBroadheads.com.
If you're a crossbow hunter looking for an easy-to-use, expandable broadhead that doesn't feature any type of clip, clamp, shock collar, dental band, or O-ring, look no further than the Rage Hypodermic Plus P NC for crossbows. This broadhead features a swept-back blade angle and utilizes Rage's NC technology that features finger-like tabs that hold the blades in place while in flight, but easily deploys upon impact. This broadhead has a 1.75 inch cutting diameter opens easily on impact, and is designed to penetrate deeply on medium to large size game. This is the Rage Hypodermic Plus P with NC technology, specifically designed for crossbows.
Hi, I'm John Severson with Fairdown Outdoors. I'm here today to talk to you about the Rage Crossbow X Broadhead. It's available in 100 and 125 grains. One of the differences that we do when we design a broadhead is we specifically tailor it for its function. And this particular one, a lot of companies out there will take one of their standard broadheads and just put a crossbow label on it. And we truly designed this to work with a crossbow, and it's engineered as such. It's got an aluminum ferrule that we have technology called FAT, which is ferrule alignment technology. And essentially what that means is the outside diameter of a crossbow bolt is 22/64. So we take our ferrule and we swedge it out to that 22/64 diameter so that you get a very aerodynamic flow back to it. Standard is 5/16, and when a 5/16 ferrule butts up to your 22/64 insert, you get a little bit of a lip there. So we have this designed as such so that it flows with that crossbow bolt. And the big leading edge blade and this broadhead, when it's opened, opens up to 2 inches. And at 2 inches, one of the things that we know is that with a crossbow bolt has a lot of energy right out of the box, but it does lose its energy as it gets out to further yardages because it is so short and compact and inherently light for what it's doing. And so we've designed it to give that 2-inch cut so that you get great penetration even at those further yardages out there. It's truly an awesome broadhead. Like I say, it's available in 100 and 125 grains, and it's truly designed for crossbows. So if you want to check out this broadhead and learn more about it, go to ragebroadheads.com and check it out.